Carlos Alcaraz becomes the youngest tennis player to complete a career Grand Slam. Spain's Carlos Alcaraz achieved a career Grand Slam at 22 years old, breaking an 88-year record. Spanish tennis player Carlos Alcaraz welcomed February with a new record after he defeated Novak Djokovic in the Australian Open final. Novak Djokovic bowed down to Carlos with 2-6, 6-2, 6-2, 3-7-5 at Rod Laver Arena in the Melbourne Park decider. Following the win, Spain's bet has officially become the youngest to ever achieve a career Grand Slam in 88 years at 22 and 272 days of age. He beat American tennis player Don Budge's record in 1938 at 22 years, 363 days old when he won the French Open. Carlos celebrated the milestone online and wrote, "We did it." In tennis, the term Grand Slam refers to the accomplishment of winning all four major championships, the Championships of Australia, France, Britain, Wimbledon, and the United States in the same calendar season. Love this content? Subscribe to our newsletter for more captivating stories and lifestyle features. Just enter your email here. Carlos Alcaraz, redefining greatness as the youngest career Grand Slam champion. In the pantheon of tennis legends, certain names echo across generations: Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. Each carved their own unique path, blending skill, resilience, and an almost mystical understanding of the game. Yet, on a crisp Sunday in Melbourne, a new name rose above the roar of the crowd, etching itself into history: Carlos Alcaraz. At just 20 years old, the Spaniard became the youngest player ever to complete a career Grand Slam, a feat that sends ripples through the tennis world, promising a future that could redefine the sport itself. The making of a prodigy. Born in El Palmar, a quiet town in Murcia, Spain, Carlos Alcaraz's journey began far from the bright lights of the grand stages of Wimbledon or Roland Garros. From the outset, his talent was evident, not just his athletic prowess, but a mental acuity and tactical intelligence that belied his years. Coaches quickly noticed that Alcaraz didn't merely react to the game. He anticipated it, dissecting opponents' strategies as though he were composing a symphony with each match. His early career mirrored the trajectories of the greats: junior titles, steady climbs through the ATP rankings, flashes of brilliance that hinted at the extraordinary. But unlike many prodigies who burn out under pressure, Alcaraz displayed a rare blend of humility and hunger. Where others might celebrate, he studied. Where others might falter under expectation, he thrived. The road to the career Grand Slam. Completing a career Grand Slam, winning all four of tennis major tournaments, the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open, is a rarefied achievement. It demands versatility, endurance, and the ability to adapt to the vastly different surfaces that define each tournament. Clay, grass, hard court. Each surface is a world unto itself, requiring unique strategies and mental toughness. Alcaraz's journey to this pinnacle was as dynamic as his playing style. His clay court mastery, inherited in part from the Spanish tennis tradition, allowed him to dominate Roland Garros with a combination of blistering topspin and relentless footwork. On hard courts, his agility and explosive power made him nearly unstoppable, while on grass, where many young players struggle with the slippery surface and low bounces, Alcaraz's adaptability and fierce determination carried him to triumph. Each Grand Slam victory built upon the last, a carefully laid foundation of skill, endurance, and unshakable confidence. A masterclass in modern tennis. What sets Alcaraz apart is not just his victories, but the way he wins. Watching him play is like witnessing a masterclass in modern tennis, a fusion of physicality, strategy, and artistry. His forehand is a weapon of precision and power. His backhand, deceptively versatile, can slice, spin, or drive with equal effect. His serve, once considered a relative weakness, has transformed into a strategic missile, earning aces at crucial moments and setting up points with surgical precision. But perhaps his greatest strength lies in his mind. Alcaraz approaches every match like a chess grandmaster. He reads his opponents with uncanny intuition, exploiting weaknesses and turning momentum swings into opportunities. It is this mental acuity, paired with youthful audacity, that allows him to face seasoned veterans and often emerge victorious. The historic victory, the final Grand Slam to complete his career collection, was nothing short of cinematic. The stadium buzzed with anticipation, fans holding their breath as Alcaraz faced an opponent equally determined to make history. The match itself was a rollercoaster of emotion, a blend of breathtaking rallies, tense service games, and moments of brilliance that seemed almost unreal in their execution. As the final point landed, sealing Alcaraz's victory, the crowd erupted. Tears streamed down his face, not just for the victory itself, but for the journey that had brought him here. In that moment, Alcaraz was not merely a champion. He was a symbol of possibility, of the heights that talent, discipline, and unwavering determination could achieve at a young age. Beyond records, the impact on tennis. Alcaraz's accomplishment is more than a record. It is an inspiration. He has shattered the notion that greatness in tennis must be a gradual, years-long accumulation. At 20, he has shown that youth can coexist with wisdom, that raw talent can harmonize with discipline, and that modern tennis is entering a new era where speed, strategy, and adaptability redefine the limits of the sport. His triumph also carries symbolic weight for aspiring athletes worldwide. In an age of instant gratification, Alcaraz's journey reminds us that mastery requires patience, resilience, and relentless self-belief. Young players see not just a champion, but a roadmap, proof that dreams can be realized if one dares to pursue them fully, without compromise. A legacy in motion. As Carlos Alcaraz lifts his trophies, he stands on the threshold of a career that could transcend eras. His name is already spoken in the same breath as tennis immortals, yet his story is still unfolding. If his current trajectory continues, we may one day witness the emergence of the sport's first 20-something player, to not only dominate his era but to redefine it entirely. What makes Alcaraz truly remarkable is that he plays with joy. Every sprint, every dive, every blistering shot reflects a love for the game that is both infectious and humbling. It is this spirit, combined with his extraordinary skill, that ensures his story is not just about statistics and titles. It is about passion, courage, and the boundless possibilities of human potential. Conclusion. Carlos Alcaraz has done what few could imagine, achieving a career Grand Slam at an age when many athletes are still finding their footing on the professional circuit. He has shattered records, captivated audiences, and inspired a generation to believe in the extraordinary. Yet, perhaps the most exciting part is that this is only the beginning. The tennis world holds its breath as Alcaraz continues to evolve, to push boundaries, and to write a story that will be remembered for decades to come. In the quiet moments after the cheers fade, one thing is clear: Carlos Alcaraz is not just a